Sheboygan's Country, B93. Mondays, we check in with Bill Weinog of the Sheboygan A's for your A's update. How you doing, man?
I'm upright today, so we're on a good start.
if that's the baseline for the day, that's a good start to your day.
You got it. I'm setting my standards low, and we'll work from here.
I found that's very important. My high school guidance counselor told me many years ago that I should set my standards for myself very low. So that has allowed me to exceed expectations at some turns.
Yeah, you're like a millionaire now and everything else based on your standards,
at
right?
least 100-air. At least we can put that designation on it, probably. I got five. I'll say this. I got a couple $100, so I got 5 weeks of my blogging salary taken out of the way.
Yeah. It wasn't it Jimmy Kimmel's counselor that told him he wouldn't amount to anything, and then he was interviewing the president and that whole thing?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll set my sights on Kimmel. That'll be my next step.
There you go.
All right, what's going on with the A's, man? I see you guys got a win on Friday. Had the tough one in West Dallas, only the second loss of the year, though. So you won on Friday for Fish Fry Friday night over at Wildwood. And then, like you said last week, a very rare second weekend off.
Yeah, and it's kind of the road trips are kicking in.
Yeah.
Went 4-1 for the week. We beat De Pere up there, and then we beat Manitowoc 2 games, which gave us our 1,500 franchise win.
Right.
So we hit that milestone, beat Appleton. Like you said, we had the rough game at West Dallas the other night when it was kind of funny. Denny said, I've been out promoting everybody that hits, and the next day we don't.
Denny cursed him. That's on Denny.
Yeah, but he brought it back on Friday night, so we'll give him a pass. And then it was a long week, and we had one game that was rained out at De Pere as well, so we have to make that one up now.
That's right, yeah.
So it's kind of a slow week with a build-up to the big weekend. We play tonight at home versus Two Rivers at 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
Then we go on the road Tuesday at Green Bay, Wednesday at Oshkosh, get a couple days off, and then head to Lombard, Illinois for a doubleheader Saturday and a doubleheader Sunday.
I was just scrolling through the schedule. I was not prepared for the doubleheaders on both days. Now that's a busy weekend.
Yeah, and that's a travel thing that as long as you're there, you might as well play 2, and as long as you're staying overnight, you might as well play 2 the next day.
Right.
But Lombard's always the toughest team. They've won the state league, and I think it's history every year pretty much. So that'll be a good judgment for us as far as that.
Sure.
So the other good news of the week, we have our Habitat for Humanity and Wisconsin Bank and Trust. $100 for every home run we hit goes to Habitat, courtesy of Wisconsin Bank and Trust, and that's up to 10.
That's a good total right out of the gate. I mean, it's early in the year.
Considering we had 17 the whole year last year, we have 10 this year. We're rolling.
You're pacing, man. You're pacing. I'm sure Habitat for You, I'm sure they probably looked at that last year and thought, oh, they only had 17 last year, no big deal. And already at 10 this year.
Yeah, it's and like you said, we got some guys that legitimately, 6 guys out of our starting lineup of the 9 could hit a home run at any point.
Yeah.
So we have a good hitting ball club, a fun group of kids to be around, and a fun nights at the ballpark, so come on down.
And then coming up in 10 days, Bill, it is Midwest Communications Night. Are the preparations at Wildwood already in place?
Yep. The extra security is there. The limo parking spot for John Henseler is in place.
Okay.
You and all the other guys, Kelly from WHBL, and whoever, I don't know who you got coming from the other
I'm
station.
not sure. I think Billy from the Buzz will be there. I'm sure Jeff from the Point will be there. It's going to be a whole crew of misfits and degenerates that'll be out at the ballpark that night.
Well, we can cordon off an area for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely correct. But we'll be there on the 30th, so in case our listeners want to know, we'll be out there. We're going to have, I know I told you I would get you a list of things we'll be giving away, I think, last week. So as you know, on my timeline, that means I'll probably get it to you sometime on the 28th or 29th. But we'll have Summerfest tickets. I know the Buzz has Rock USA tickets they're going to be bringing with them. We have State Fair tickets. We have Zoo tickets. So in between all the innings, we'll be giving away something. But if our listeners want to head on out, we will have tickets also here at the front desk for people to pick up for that June 30th game. We're looking forward to it.
That sounds good. So are we. I mean, that was one of our biggest crowds last year, and it was a lot of fun, and we'll go with that.
We bring a beer-drinking crowd with us.
That's right. We have the beer to sell.
That's
so
good. All right.
It works out good.
All right, we'll be out there on June 30th. More details on your guys' website, SheboyganBaseball.org. We have our A's Extra page up at B93radio.com, and give the A's a like on Facebook, too. Great resource to keep up to date, especially with how fluid things can be with weather and things like that. You guys do a great job of updating that, keeping people in the loop, so give them a like on Facebook as well. Bill, we appreciate your time, man. We'll chat with you next week, all right?